Should be live, guys. So welcome to the fourth installment of the fourth season of ERL here in the second tier. Out of the three, we're here in F2 after three fabulous races onto the Principality of Monte Carlo. Around the streets of Monaco, there should be a very interesting race with 14 drivers here ready to put on a show in the tight circuit of Monaco. We all know how demanding it is to keeping on track for 39 laps while going flat out around the barriers. So let me just correct this little mistake on the bottom of the screen. It'll just take a second. Alright, there we go. Yep. Here we go. So, already then, for qualifying. Hello, Leon Bentley. And hello, Alex Marsh. How are you guys doing? Good luck for today's race. Chill Drive, the man, the legend who got the podium last week in China by a few hundredths of a second ahead of Greenwich Beer, obviously having the 5-second penalty. Just about getting his first podium of ERL. Very, very happy. And let's see if he can obviously carry on this momentum into Monaco. As we have qualifying sunny and dry here in Monte Carlo. 14 drivers joining us for the action of round 4, and you're just moments away before we see the first couple of cars out on track. Very crucial here, obviously qualifying. Overtaking is probably the hardest it can get around here. People often tend to leave the track around any circuit. Imagine that with barriers, you basically DNF. Whether you are clean, whether you are not, when you go for a very optimistic launch. But we'll see. Caliber of drivers in F2 is very good, so we trust them to keep it clean out there while going flat out in the swimming section, etc. Should be very interesting to see. Evening cloudy balloons. Good luck for today's race. So drivers will look to keep it clean on the track, not hit any barriers, not get any damage. Just try and make the laps count. They'll get a couple more as the track lap time is relatively small to the other ones. So they have a few runs to do. See already a bit of flying debris on the track before the infamous hairpin, the slowest corner on the F1 calendar. As Warlock is back in the pits with the damaged front right end plate on that McLaren. So already people facing the walls, facing trouble. It's not what you want. He already lost his first run. He's gonna have to make it under pressure in the second one to try and put his McLaren up the grid. As people are starting the laps now, it's very, very crucial on this 3.2, I believe, kilometer circuit to find clean air, and it's very crucial to keep your eyes on the minimap as there's pretty much walls everywhere. You cannot see who is in the next corner, so you're gonna have to keep it good for your space. You don't want dirty air around any of these corners, so we're just gonna ride on board with the current championship leader, the Ferrari of Tom Mortiers. He's going around Portier now under the tunnel, the only tunnel unique in the F1 calendar. into the Nouveau chicane, misses his braking point, and that's an invalid lap by the Ferrari driver. Then through the walls, dancing around the circuit there, as he is gonna get prepared for a lap. It's an 8 laps today. Cheering for Spaghetti. Let's see how he does. With 3 people having set lap, he'll go second. Half 8, who gets by Leon Bentley. Y 11.0. Not a great lap, not bad. You just need to set one in, and hopefully you go one better in the second run. That's what Ian is trying to do, just keeping it conservative. 11.0 puts his Force India on provisional pole. Alex Marsh in P4 with 12.1. Martin Mortiers in P5, and Vasilis Velchotis in P6. I am aware, but I don't know how to fix that. It might be my connection, as there is a McLaren facing the wrong way. I believe that's Warlock. Yeah, it is indeed, after to back. So this is very dangerous what Warlock is doing, reversing into back, and he's gonna have to wait for everyone to come through. As Billy now goes quickest with a 10 point, and a bit more aggressive than the Force India of Leon Bentley. He puts his Haas into provisional pole. Very good qualifier is Billy, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out on him for today's pole position. Generally, the qualifying is as important as the race for this round, so it's gonna be a crucial 12-minute session for the drivers here, keeping their cool and hitting those apexes around every corner, not hitting any barriers, as we said. Very obvious to tell, but it's easier said than done. So we'll see. Only time will tell who gets pole. But my voice is a bit laggy. I'm not sure why though, so we're gonna have to gloss over that and try our best. As you can see, Billy pushing a bit too much, trying to improve his lap. He is up by 2/10 now. That was definitely invalid, I believe. As Spaghetti says, he bottled his lap on the swimming pool section. Billy comes back in the pits and waits for his other rivals to complete their laps, as just 7 drivers have crossed the line on a valid time lap. On a out lap, I would imagine. Bit awkward time for an in lap, to be honest, not having said it is indeed, as he's going for another lap now. Oh, he's clipped the inside wall the inside wall as he was starting the lap. Has Johnny, so Johnny a bit of an inside. He's getting a new wheel next week, so let's see if he can be more competitive in F2 than he is now, and if he can keep it out of the barriers like he's not. Nevertheless, he is going to complete a lap if he can keep it out of the barriers. In turn 4, and now leading to the sector 1 split is a 19.0. Mitch Fleury, who is currently running in P5, is on his out lap as well. Roper through on the Red Bull Junior team. He doesn't want to get involved in any controversy between them. We have now again. A very big part of his front wing, and with just 4 minutes to go, he's gonna have to come back in the pits and just about make another lap, but he's struggling quite a lot here around the tight streets of Monte Carlo. And now he's going to have a lot of pressure in the second run to try and deliver. He doesn't feel great either. So that might be what's preventing him from putting a good lap in. So we're not expecting much from him. Tom Mortier is going out on track as well. P1 in the standings. Followed very, very closely by Leon Bentley, just 3 points behind. With Alessandro Van der Velde, his teammate in P3, just 9 points behind the leader. Alex Marsh and Vasilis Veliciotis rounding up the top 5. With Martin Mortier not too far away either. Two podiums for the top 3 in the standings. Proving consistency is key. Racking the points up and placing your name high in the standings. As the two Ferraris are now on their out lap. And Alessandro Van der Velde starting his lap. Let's see what he can do. Very good qualifier into turn 1, 4th gear. Clipping the outside wall. No damage luckily. Up the half a kilometer uphill. Now left-hander down to the right-hander of turn 4. Downhill bumpy sections and 19.009 as Bad Boy has bottled his outlap or just letting people through, I would imagine. Yep. Gonna round on board with Alice Killer now. Let's see in the second sector. You can see the space. He hasn't quite timed it well here, as he has Mitchell Fleury, who actually I think he's on a flying lap as well. No, he's not. My bad. So Alice Killer is going to be let through by the Toro Rosso. Is it going to affect his Nerval chicane though? No, it's not. It was pretty decent through there, a bit choppy on the first part, but now to back, a bit wide, hitting the outside wall again. No damage again. And he hasn't set a lap, so we cannot tell if he's on a good one. But that was a severe cut, might be invalid. Now into Rascasse, the infamous corner where Schumacher got pole. Let's see now, 10.4 by Billy, just seen he improve it. Can he be beaten by Alice Killer? It's an 11.3, which was invalid. Michel Fleury has retired from the qualifying session in P3. He's not going to manage anything better than the second row. Spaghetti has also retired from P8 with a 12.9. He cannot improve what it seems like from now. He just pressed retired. So now Alice Killer up on his lap on his 11.3. Can he go on the front row? We're gonna have to wait and see. He has to keep it out of the barriers, as we said. Robin has now retired as Mitchell drops to P4. Billy with a 10.2. Incredible lap by the young German. Billy on pole by 0.8 of a second. Can anyone beat that? Bad Boy on a lap, Cloudy on a lap. Can anyone manage to get pole? Definitely not Cloudy, as he misses part of his front wing. Now just 30 seconds to go. This is his final lap. He's already a second down. I think he's gonna have to retire here. Alice Killer does not improve, I don't believe. He finishes down in P12 with no lap time set, as Warlock goes second with a 10.7. Great lap by the McLaren driver, facing the wrong way at the start of the session, now putting his McLaren on the front row of the grid. Can anyone beat these two drivers on the front row? Very good laps by both of them, but there are a lot of people on good laps as well. Jaruru, Maledictis, what can Johnny's teammate do? Johnny himself is down in P11. He hasn't set a lap, he's back in the pit lane. And let's see what the other people can do then. Everyone, Shield Driver has now finished his qualifying session with a mistake in the Nerval chicane. Greenwich also cannot improve on his lap. The top 3, the top 4 not on a lap, so I think this is going to be the order, unless Joruru can spice things up in P10 now. He's going to start on a worn rubber anyway. Can he improve his position? Currently on a 13.8 in P10, coming around Rascasse, and now Anthony knows the last corner, opening DRS, very crucial exit. Bad Boy has left the session, across the line is going to be P9 for Joruru, and the Mercedes lining up on the 5th row of the grid. It's not too bad then for Joruru. P9 with 4 people not, and Bad Boy in P2 having left the session. So Cloudy Bad Boy, and a couple other people up. Yeah, everyone has been kicked actually. So I think we're gonna have to restart based on these qualifying results. So let me just take a screenshot, although everyone's pretty much an AI driver. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart, guys. Just pointing it out, although it seems pretty obvious. So we're gonna exit this session and create another one. Johnny, you are responsible for creating one, and the grid editor. Yeah. We cannot restart calling, no. I don't think we can. Quite late on time for that, unfortunately. Chill drive. So people actually got kicked while on a lap, which is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate around Monaco. Not sure. Can it be discussed, Johnny, or are we gonna go straight into the race? Yeah. It's up to you. I'm gonna leave it up to you, Johnny. So you were racing, you decide. I don't know, to be honest. If several people, we can just put it on based on not on the results, on the while we were on track, Mitchell. So that's not a problem. But if several people were on a flying lap while they were kicked, then maybe we should do quali again, or yeah, I was thinking that one shot. Well, then it's unfair on others, but yeah, I don't think we should do quali again. I'm thinking of one shot. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do one shot here. I think it's the most fair. Yeah, 12 minutes too much. I think one shot is just perfect. I think one shot should be good, actually. It's too much though. We'd finish like 10 PM, Corin. I don't know if people are okay with that. I swear these things happen only on this game. Well, Kalek, we did quali basically, and everyone was kicked. Pretty much everyone was kicked on the last minute or so, so some people didn't quite get to do second runs. Send you in, okay, I'll join now. Not one shot. Okay, so people do not want one shot. Actually, I have no idea. People both want one shot and quali. Skip Monaco. That's no. Yeah, I don't really think we should do one shot thinking about it. Is Johnny still in the stream, Johnny? Yeah. I think shot qualifying is the best we can do. It's the most fair. I don't see anyone having any trouble with it. Hello? I can hear you in the lobby, by the way, Johnny. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So it might be PSN then, not the game. It's not great timing to do PlayStation and the maintenance, like everyone plays around this time. Yeah, I think it's more fair to do short. Yeah. Hope there's no cars going flat out through the pit lane this time. Cough cough, chill drive last season. Oh god. Such an awkward time because we cannot do a grid editor and we cannot do one shot because that would be unfair, and so we, you know, it's the latest. Yeah, it's the latest that it could get, and now we have to do short. So we're basically like almost half an hour late. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had 14, so it's fine. Just spaghetti not having selected a car. Well, that's okay. Nice. Billy, it is the most fair thing we could do. No one having trouble with starting this late, so just had to do this. Grid editor wouldn't work because several people didn't have a chance to set a lap, and imagine if you were starting P12 in Monaco, so yeah, if you're joining us now, you're lucky because we basically did nothing for 25 minutes. Did qualifying to get kicked by PSN, so we're basically starting again with short qualifying. And I think hopefully it's the same order up the top, because it would be hugely unfair if someone bottled it now. We got pole or second. But yeah, hopefully everyone gets their laps in this time and no PSN issues. Yeah, so back underway with 14 drivers, 12 minutes to spare for everyone. So let's see what they can do. Can Billy get pole again? Can Warlock get the front row he got last session? Very, very good. Unfortunate that happened with the servers. Hopefully he can get a good result again. We really want to see him back on the top after such a struggle on the end of last season and the start of this season. Obviously many DNFs and crashes. Doesn't seem to have much luck recently, as I'm pretty sure we had an issue last week as well with Johnny getting pole with a 48-second lap. So anyway, back on the action for round 4 here in qualifying, all important session. People have to find their space, make their laps count. Very short track for 14 people to fit. 39 laps on the streets of Monaco. Going to be very interesting to see what happens. Last season we saw Calicrest winning. Calicrest promoted to F1 this season. So he got damaged quite a few times. He was the cleanest one though, which won him the race eventually. It was a 10.2 Calic by Billy, by provisional pole. So now let's ride on board with Johnny Roper, starting his lap, already touching the wall before he starts the lap into turn 1, lock up into the wall, and that's his lap done already, as that's a bit of a front wing, I believe. Tom Mortiers, yeah, that was the Ferrari wing, the front right. Tom Killer then with damage on his front right. Alice Killer back in the pits. That's not Alice Killer, that's Grange. That's Maledictus, the Red Bull. As the Toro Rosso and the McLaren is coming through the swimming pool. There's yellow flags now in sector 3. Robin in sector 3 starting his lap. Children over the 12.1 on pole, 11.2 by Warlock. Billy with a 10.4 now. Very, very quick lap from a banker. Great lap for a banker actually. Spaghetti chips into turn 1. Very tight. The uphill section to the left-hander. Into turn 4. 19.0, very good lap, 3/10 up on his 12.4, sorry. Warlock currently P2, so the same front row as last session. Yellow flags in sector 2, what's happened there? Might have been Bad Boy. Still yellow flags, Joruru and Billy very close to each other. Billy just about not hitting the back of the Mercedes. That was incredibly close. Is Billy going to be able to improve after that? I don't think he is. It's a 10.6, 2/10 shy of his best lap. 5 laps of fueling, so he's going to have a big run on his first couple of laps actually. So Mitchell in 3rd, Cloudy in 4th, Robin in 5th. That changes. The Spaghetti improves to 4th, 11.5, still 1.1 off the provisional pole lap. Robin and Cloudy with not as much fuel as the leaders. Warlock back in the pits, and the Toro Rosso Mitchell back in the pits as well. Alice Killer, Grinchbeam, Maledictus, and 3 other people have not set a lap yet. It's interesting to see with well over 5 minutes past this session. Alice Killer on his lap around the hairpin, getting a lot of curb around Portier right now. And through the tunnel he goes. Ferrari shining under the tunnel, a lot of lights here, and back in the sunlight into the Noble chicane. Very difficult to manage with a pad. Must now negotiates the swimming pool. Very quick chicane now. Decent through that. Spaghetti back in the pits, gets out of the Ferrari's way. So Alice Killer opening the DRS. Comes across the line. It's going to be a decent lap over 10.9 in the second place of grid provisionally. 5 other people not set a lap yet, with 5.5 minutes to go. Now someone crosses the line. It might have been Maledictus in P4 with a very nice lap. 10th of the pole lap, 11.2. Menier, very good lap by Maledictus. See what his teammate Johnny can do on a flying lap as well. Looking pretty decent through turns 3 and 4. 18.9, very good first sector if I'm honest for Johnny there on the Red Bull, getting a lot of curb. Might have been invalid, not a great line through there. Through turn 6 now, and Portier, very wide line, good exit though. Some people on their flying lap, some people in out lap, some people in the pits, some people coming back in the pits. So a lot of different things here. Not many people out on track, so decent for anyone who's out now. A lot of space in the track. Great game, doesn't show the sector 2 time. Through the swimming pool goes Johnny now into Raskas. Very decent lap so far. Very close to the walls, and through Anthony Nose. Wide apex, keeping it cautious. It's not actually going to be very quick. It just seemed pretty decent, but it was invalid as well. 11.5 would have put him only P6 on the 3rd row of the grid. He has to improve on that if he wants to get 2nd or even 1st row for Monaco. Very, very crucial. Very nice line through turn 3 and now into turn 4. Very wide, so not great first sector. 410s down. He might need to back out. It doesn't have much fuel, but let's see through this line. He might be gaining a bit on his delta, as it's a better line through that and more apex, better apex, sorry, should I say, through Portier. But let's see what other people. Oh, Ruru, very close. Loses his front wing on his flying lap. I believe this was the Mercedes with 3.5 minutes to go. He's gonna have to make a decision whether to come back in the pits or not. Robin starting his lap as well on his Toro Rosso with quite a decent amount of fuel. Claudio on his out lap, Mitchell on his out lap, I think, although it seems like a quick lap. But Alice Maledictus on out laps. Warlock starting his lap as well. Billy on an 18.9, very good first sector. But let's ride on board with Warlock. Really want to see what he can do here around the tight streets of Monaco. It's not a great first sector, might have backed out. Orange right behind him, he has to let him through. Alright, am I coming through the game chat, by the way, Johnny? Because I'm afraid I am, or something. Don't want to interrupt drivers. So fly Johnny back in the pit. So is he going to come back out? Not sure. Tom Killer out on track. Let's see what the driver standings leader can do. Not with a lap time set yet. Is he going to be able to put the Ferrari in the top 10 at least? Let's see, starting his lap. This is driver going to ride on board with. Braking for turn 1. Getting a bit of curb on 4th gear. Up the uphill. Now left-hander of turn 3. Am I actually? Oh god. Okay. So first sector 19.0. Sorry if I'm going through in-game chat. Oh, and he loses a bit of his front wing. There's a Ferrari as Spaghetti retires, but that's huge for Tom Killer. No lap time set. He loses his front wing. That's going to cost a lot of time Unfortunately, he's going to be very close to his rivals of Billy, but Alice Killer in P3, so he doesn't seem to threaten the top two. But Tom Killer again, a very bad line through there, and that's an invalidation. No downforce at all, and it's what you need around here. And he's lost a bit of his front wing, so not easy at all to put a good lap in without amount of downforce. At 12.1 invalid. He's gonna have to make something on the second lap. He loses even more of his front wing, so he's gonna retire from the session. Bad Boy with no lap set. Johnny on his out lap, ready to set a lap. 4 seconds to go. Mitchell, Spaghetti, Robin wants to have side. Bad Boy also on an out lap. Now starting his lap is Liam Bentley. Probably gonna start last. He is as well, as Bad Boy goes P12 time lap. But let's see what he can do. Can he challenge Billy for? And as we didn't see, Greenwich be a good 0.6, very good lap by the Force India driver, but what can his teammate do? Bad Boy 18.8 on the first sector, the best we've seen so far. I'm pretty sure many people have retired, so it's mostly down to Bad Boy. Billy good 10.299, great lap by the Haas. But let's see what Bad Boy can do. Can he improve on Billy's lap to 18.8 on the first sector? Incredible first part of the track. Very good Nerval chicane. And now through to back. Very tidy through there. Not tapping any walls. Is 7.2 seconds up. Seems pretty okay. Loses the back end in the exit of swimming pool into Raskas now. Going very wide. Losing it again dramatically there. Through Anthony Nose. Loses it even more. The Force India goes across the line. It's not going to be pole. Where is he going to be? It's an 11.0. Only in P6. And that was his last lap. So I'm lacking quite a bit. Hopefully should go. It's cloudy. The only one not to set a lap. 11.666. Only in P7. He's going to start on a fresh rubber. But crucially, Tom Killer in last place, the driver standings leader. He's going to see his rivals starting up the grid, including Alice Killer and P. Well, P. So Billy getting pole with a 10.2 over 3.5 tenths quicker than Greenwich Beer in P2. Calvin Backham in P3. P4 is Alessandro Van der Velde. Robin Fokima in P5 with a 10.9. Liam Bentley in P6. Eduardo Oliveira P7 on the first Red Bull. Chill Drive in P8. Mitchell Fleury P9. Spaghetti in P10. And Cloudy in P11. P14 for Tom Killer. See, hopefully my voice is not lagging for the race, for the restart. And it's quite interesting. So we don't have information lap from what it looks like. So it's 5 red lights and it's Warlock on pole. No, it's not. It's Billy. Great game. Billy underway. Greenwich Beer on his side. Is British going to be able to do anything into turn 1? Yes, he is. An incredible switchback by the Force in. It's going to be side by side between the two of them into turn 3. Is Greenwich Beer going to go around the outside? No, he's not. Billy seems to have taken P1. in Monaco as Grimsby hits the wall now. He's going to get damaged, isn't he? As Alex Killer goes down his inside into this corner. I can't remember what its name is. Alex Killer up into P2. Grimsby loses a position in the race start. Let's see if any crash has happened in the back. But Calvin Backham around the outside now, side by side and through Portier with Grimsby. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? No, he's not. But let's see what's happened in the back. Johnny seems to have fallen in last place with a bit of damage, I believe, on his right end play. Joe Ruri in P13, Tom Killer up 2 places into P12. Is going to be able to put it 3 places. No, he's not. Of wing damage, as a bit of lag there. Apologies for that. It's Cloudy very close to Maledictus. Seems to be struggling a bit. Lose 1 position to Chill Drive, I believe. In the race stars, Mitchell is now going to pit and he's going to fall to last place. But let's see then, Warlock and Grimsby actually very close to Alice Killer's back end, with Bad Boy also very close to Robin. Johnny also pits. Well, it seems like he collided with Tom Killer. Alice Killer seems to have fallen down to P4. Not sure. He's got damage on his front left end play, so that's interesting. Grimsby also seems to have damage on his front right. Yeah, he does actually. So that's interesting as well. A lot of people with wing damage already. And Billy flying with a 4-second gap. So Maledictus already with a 3-second penalty. Grimsby and Alice Killer will be struggling. Warlock will probably go up into P2 now as around the outside in Raskas. Grimsby really struggling. He's going to come into the pit lane with Alice Killer carrying on. He's going to try and make a move on Warlock, isn't he? As Warlock is going to pull from the damaged Alice Killer. The other Ferrari finds itself already in the points in P10. So very good start by Tom Killer, the leader of the standings, right behind the Williams of Spaghetti Chips. Can he make a move into any corner? Spaghetti Chips seems to have pretty interesting lines. Is Tom Killer gonna negotiate around the outside in turn 5? Not quite. Spaghetti keeps hold of P9. Now Spaghetti seems to be lagging quite a bit. Closest gap we got so far is Cloudy and Maledictus. Cloudy goes down the inside. Maledictus, collision between the two of them. Maledictus facing the wall. Cloudy still intact of the Red Bull. This is extremely dangerous and awkward with the two drivers. Maledictus now facing the wrong way. Damage for the Red Bull as well. So the two Red Bulls out of the points. 12th and P14 for the two of them after a crash with Cloudy. Damage out of all of that somehow. Tom Killer somehow in P8 after starting in P14. He's already having 4 on the back of his name. Killer in P3 and Bad Boy in P5 is 2 main rivals in the championship so far. Looking pretty good. If he can get past Spaghetti Chips now, he's going to have a bit of clean air to chill drive. Time to push for him now. He has to make a move on Spaghetti for before the middle of the first stint, so he can try and use his tyres smartly in clean air and try to catch Bad Boy and his teammate Alice Killer. But I don't think he's going to be challenging for the race winner. Spaghetti goes extremely wide. Is Tom Killer going to be able to go around the outside? Yes, he is. Spaghetti's lagging everywhere, so he seemed to have taken the position, but Spaghetti of Tom Killer, so this is not good for the Ferrari nor the Williams. So this is fixed. Let's go into the 5/10th gap. The train for P3. Alice Killer with damage, struggling, and he's falling to the clutches of Fokema Liam Bentley now on the 4th. You can see how he's barely keeping up. And it's going to be very dangerous to get even more damage as they're now approaching the hairpin of turn 6. And now Portier to the tunnel. Maledictus is pitting. Gonna promote Grange up into P13 on soft tire. John in P12, Mitchell P11. Tom Killer very close to Spaghetti. He's going to be able to get past now. Down the inside into the back. He's going to be side by side. Is anyone going to get damaged? Spaghetti raised that. And the Williams definitely pushes top. As he had an elite receives 3-second time penalty, and Tom Killer still cannot get past Williams as the train for half collapsed. What's happened there? P9 and P10 2 retirements. What has happened there? Cloud and Joruri with no front wing, puts them out of the race. Howdy on purpose. See what Alice Killer now getting pressurized by Robin. Is Robin going to go for a move into the novel chicane? Killer now into the tunnel. Finds his Ferrari into P7, and now he has gonna have to push. Sorry, catch Tom Killer for the battle of P3. Bad boy Robin defends the inside line into Raskas, and at turn 19 of the track, Cloudy 2 retirements already, and on lap 7. Very close battles we have so far. Spectacular racing we've seen side by side through swimming pool section. Mitchell now 3-second time penalty on our screens. He cut the second part of a swimming pool. Now Johnny on Fresher Ultra Soft is right behind him. Let's see if he can make a move in turn 1. It's going to be very interesting. Johnny, great exit. Mitchell is going to not defend on the outside line. Is he going to be able to defend around the outside? No, he's not. Johnny breaks later and smoother up into P9, getting past Mitchell Fleury for 9th place. As Tom Killer now is going to go very wide into the hairpin. He's going to lose quite a lot of time as Grangebier pits again with no front wing. So he's going to retire from the session. Not a great race, not as planned for the Force India driver, as he sees his brother in P7 on the Ferrari pushing and out 5.3 to as well. Also has a lot of wing damage. Less Killer still drops the pit to the end. The P6 is going to plan. It's going exactly how he wants it. It's now 7.3. He can push for the rest of this stint and try and catch the top 5 for the battle for the podium positions. Alice Killer still hanging on into P3 somehow with his damaged Ferrari. Not quite for long as he crashes in the hairpin. Down to P5, he loses more of his front wing. Incredible scenes here. Alice Killer couldn't quite hang on, took a lot of curb on the hairpin and understeered into the wall of the exit of turn 6. Now he's losing the plot. Now he's going to retire from the session, which is not great to see from a driver. But meanwhile, Tom Killer up into P6. How has Spaghetti... What? I'm so confused right now, guys. Tell me if I'm stupid, but Tom Killer was P6 before and now he's P6 again, and Spaghetti somehow in front of Tom Killer. I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure Spaghetti is teleporting forwards and backwards all the time or something. I'm so confused. But Chill Drive and Mitchell, the closest gap, the only driver within DRS. Let's see if he can make a move for P8 now. 4 DNFs in the space of 3 or 4 laps. Tom Killer also catching Spaghetti, who seems to be on another circuit at the moment. Chill Drives us 4:10 behind Mitchell, seems to be corner cutting quite a bit, to be honest. Three tenths between Tom Killer and Spaghetti Chips, who seems to be struggling a lot. He hasn't got any damage for what it seems like, but he's losing the back end everywhere. Can Tom Killer go for a lunge? Not quite, he thinks better of it. Let's get a 3-second penalty. My bad. Into turn 3, let's see if he can make a move. No, he can't. Spaghetti defense. Into turn 4 now. Better line for the Ferrari. Very unstable backhand for Spaghetti. Tom Killer trying to go down the inside now. Is he going to be able to make the move down? This is going to be very dangerous. Not quite going to happen here. Tom Killer going to have to stay behind as Spaghetti plays another time. Mitchell losing the position to Chill Drive eventually on fresher tyres, and Mitchell with a lot of damage on his front wing. Maledictus, the only Red Bull, Maledictus 10th place, his teammate in P7. Tom Killer right behind Spaghetti, closest battle we have right now, with Tom Killer being on fresher ultra softs. See, now we're gonna see a move on Sandoval this time. Very, very close for the Ferrari. He's gonna make a lunge. He looks about it, but he thinks better again. Spaghetti defending, but struggling at the same time. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to hang on this place for much longer. The gap to Bad Boy is now 14 seconds. Losing the P3, getting stuck behind Spaghetti. Let's see for how much longer he's going to be stuck behind the Williams then. Ferrari looking very feisty, very quick around the streets of Monaco. But not quite making a move done. Mitchell back in the pits with a change of front wing again. This Bad Boy's catching Robin as well. Bad Boy seems to be on it now with worn tyres. Let's see if Tom Killer has any response to Spaghetti. Right on his tail through the swimming pool section. Can he make a move? Goes a bit wide into Rascast then. Spaghetti loses the back end for multiple times. Into the slipstream then, he's going to pull to the inside, he's going to make the lunge this time. Spaghetti's going to try to defend. Tom Killer very feisty, pushing almost Spaghetti into the wall, and that's why he's going to let him through. Great fair racing by Tom Killer. Johnny back in the pits, another front wing changed today. Chill Drive up into P7 on soft tyres. So we're going to see the transition to the soft and super softs in a couple of laps time. Spaghetti very wide, very bad line through the hairpin. Let's see between the two of them. Tom Killer comes out in front of the Williams this time into P5 now. Top 5 place. Robin struggling quite a bit. Has he got damage? It doesn't seem like he does. Let's see if Bad Boy is going to try and make a move here. Robin going very defensively. He's determined to keep hold of this P3. So he's going to pit and make the undercut on Bad Boy. He's going to stay out another lap. Just like the top two, Warlock and Billy. Can Warlock finish race after a disastrous start to the season? It would be great for him to get 18 points today. But let's see, Billy seems untroubled so far in P1. Not much airtime for him, but he's had an amazing first stint so far. No trouble for him, holding P1. It's 10 runners left then. Battle for P4 is very, very close now. Spaghetti seems to be losing a bit of time, as Robin catching up to the back of Tom Kelly. Doesn't want to lose much time behind the Ferrari, because he has to make the undercut on Bad Boy in P3, who's probably gonna pit this lap. Hello, Adams. Warlock in P2 and Bad Boy in P3 pitting. Bad Boy with a change of front wing, so he's certainly gonna be behind Robin and even behind Spaghetti for sure. Bad Boy on super soft tyres, falling behind Spaghetti. He's gonna have to be stuck behind him quite a bit. Johnny receives another 3-second penalty. Mitchell in P10. So Robin now very close to Tom Killer. He's gonna have to pass him. Tom Killer crashing with the wall. 32 seconds now the gap between Billy and Warlock. Billy still hasn't pitted though. Maledictus, another pit stop for him. Let's actually check the pit stops. So bad. Stops. So 2 stops for the bottom 3 and 1 stop for everyone except Tom Killer and Spaghetti, who are still out on track in P3 and P5. Robin's gonna have to push and get past Tom Killer before Spaghetti or Bad Boy catches him up. See, then opening DRS, he might make a move on the next lap on this corner. Not a real battle, but he's losing time behind Ferrari. Very close to him now. Tom Killer still on hold of that podium though. Tom Killer goes very, very wide, and now Robin, around the outside into Portier. Tom Killer fighting a lot for that P3, although it's a net P3 for Robin anyway. Robin's still gonna fight a lot for it. It's a bit dangerous, and Robin knows this, so he's gonna back out of this. Valuable points can be lost here. Let's see. Patience a virtue, but Robin might lose out to this, as Bad Boy is already within DRS or Spaghetti. Now Robin in front of Tom Killer. I don't think Tom Killer put much of a fight. I think even let him through actually. Spaghetti now pitting as well, so the order is refreshed and back as it was normally. Some people on super soft, some people on softs, pretty split to be fair. 6 super soft runners and 4 soft runners. Some people pitting earlier, some people pitting now. Spaghetti's throttle isn't working. And now we have huge gaps, which is unfortunate. So yeah, the closest gap we have is 2.9 seconds from P3 to P4. P1 and P2 pretty much settled with 12.5 between them. You can see the gaps on the screen. this is where we'd need a safety car. So spice things up. Some different strategies. Some people may have opted for softs, super softs, or even ultra softs, or the brave ones. But yeah, no safety car unfortunately. Hopefully it's fixed for the next game. So make sure you sign up on the F1 beta, and make sure you give a lot of feedback to Codemasters if you actually get a code. But Tom Kill has left the session now from P7, so he's gonna drop possibly to P10 if he doesn't come back in the session. We cannot invite him unfortunately. He probably has some invites. Billy sets the quickest lap as 2.0 now is the gap from Robin to Bad Boy, so we'll come back in the beta I think later. 1.6 now. Robin seems to not have the pace. Bad Boy flying around the streets of Monaco. He has to keep it out of the barriers though. No damage done to either of these guys yet, so pretty clean between them. 12.9 now. Bad Boy responds to Billy's lap. He's now the quickest man on track. Robin may have made a mistake or something. He lost a lot of time in one part of the track. Seemed to have decent pace in qualifying. So did Bad Boy. Let's see. Gonna be interesting to see battle for the podium here. 1.2 now is the gap. Bad Boy seems to be driving very aggressively. Wide apexes there. Robin losing a lot of time to him. On the pad, Bad Boy on the wheel. Says a lot, to be honest, itself. Billy responds with a 12.7. The battle of fastest laps. Is Bad Boy going to be able to go even quicker than that on this Force India through the swimming pool section now? That could have been a puncture and simulation damage. Very, very risky for Leon Bentley there. Around Anthony knows. Almost opens DRS 4 tenths away. No. Quickest lap from Bad Boy, so Billy's going to be happy. 15-second gap, fastest lap, and the pole position. This could well be a grand slam for the German / Greek. Bad Boy then 1.2 behind Robin Fokema. It's Robin versus Leon. Oh no, it's not. As I say that, commentator's curse. Bad Boy with wing damage, incredible scenes. So now it's well and truly over for Bad Boy. You cannot keep up the same pace with this level of downforce. You might have to pit as well. Another quickest lap by Billy. He's putting on an incredible show in the lead. He deserves some airtime on the Haas. Great lap times, he's putting on great pace, a lot of practice probably put into this, and he's just flying, doing his own thing in the lead. Would be a very well deserved 25 points for him. But Bad Boy, huge mistake this race. It's going to cost him the chance to battle for the podium with Robin, and now Robin's going to have a bit of breathing air, seeing his rival falling back. And eventually he's going to realise what's happened. Shield drive 13.9 behind. Bad Boy still losing it. Still losing the back end there as Maledictus passes Tom Killer's AI. Now 3.3 seconds to Robin. Bad Boy is losing the plot. He's probably going to have to pit and give his own fight with Shield drive. And even Spaghetti is probably going to fall behind Lenny Saville if he pits now. Let's see, you can see the amount of downforce letting him down, losing a lot of seconds per lap. Now the gap is well over 4 seconds to Robin. He's gonna have to pit. He's not gonna be able to do 20 laps on this amount of front wing. Thing is that he still have a set of ultra softs. He's probably gonna pit for them. Probably not gonna have another set of super softs. Gonna have to wait and see. That's a red tire, so super softs probably new to put them. But let's see where Spaghetti is. He's coming through the swimming pool section. Bad Boy with a change of front wing now coming out. I think he's just gonna be ahead of Spaghetti. Let's see, Bad Boy coming out now. Spaghetti through the last corner. It's going to be extremely close between the two of them, but I think Bad Boy is just Spaghetti just behind him on Supersoft. He's not going to be able to challenge him, unfortunately, pushing the barriers there. 11.4 then is the gap for Bad Boy to off, and this is the current state that Bad Boy, he had to catch Chill Drive. Yeah, Grow and Alice and Tom out. Pretty much Tom just disconnected. And Alice Killer and Grangeby are just DNFing. Grangeby out of rage. He had a lot of front wing changes, retired in the pit lane. And Alice Killer, can't exactly remember why. Yeah, he retired because he lost a bit of his end play and he just DNF'd for that reason. I would imagine he was telling P7 running, could have just pitted and went to the end. So very weird. Mitchell lagging, it's not great to see, especially on the closest gap on the track. Maledictus and Mitchell. I want an incident right now. So yeah, make sure you sign up for the beta to get a code, get a chance to get a code, get a chance to test the new F1 game. No news yet on when the codes are going to be sent out, but make sure you sign up on the F1 game website. It should be there. You should be able to find it pretty easily. You can take a survey as well, help Codies with their decisions on future F1 games, what modes to put and what not. I believe they're focusing more on multiplayer for the next game, so that's a thing we mostly probably gonna be focusing on and testing, as the F1 YouTubers haven't been called out yet to test the game, which kind of says that it's going to be more online. And obviously they cannot quite practice online by themselves. I don't think it was mainly career mode they were practicing last year when they went back in almost January, I think, or February, and they still haven't got any news, and it's almost May now. So saying something maybe big happening, maybe on online, hopefully. It's just the big glitches like safety car, being able to use a VSC, and the Mercedes car, haven't seen it in a while. Honestly, it just spices things up. It's way better to have the safety car. Doesn't make the races boring, would spice things up. For example, now after Alice Killer's DNF, to have a safety car, Billy wouldn't be leading by 20 seconds. You know the drill, you know how safety car works. But Johnny now right behind Spaghetti, caught up on the soft new tires. Let's see if he can make the move for P6. Spaghetti's gonna squeeze him out. His valuable point on the ball. They both want them the same. Spaghetti touches the wall, gets a 3-second penalty. Johnny has more of them, so I think even if he has to get past, he's gonna have to push to gain at least 6 or 9 seconds, depending on how many penalties he has. He seems to have way more pace than the Williams. Spaghetti seems to be struggling generally on this race. Has wing damage, and that's why we just spotted that on the front left end plate. Hello ERL Yit. Johnny right behind Spaghetti. See what we can do. Possibly a move done into turn 3, not quite. Maybe into Mirabeau. Spaghetti defense into the hairpin. Too far away for the Red Bull. That's now Mitchell, is that? No, that's a as Billy. That's already Billy lapping them. So yeah, Johnny's gonna let Billy through, and Spaghetti is as well. This could be a chance for Johnny. Spaghetti hasn't timed this well, and Billy very close to the back mark. It's very dangerous. Spaghetti's gonna let him through. Billy goes through safely. Spaghetti now onto the clutches of Johnny. That was very dangerous in the tunnel. Spaghetti didn't want to lose the position to Johnny. By doing that, he almost hit Billy, so that was a bit dangerous by the Williams driver. But he keeps hold of his P6. Johnny hitting the wall in the swimming pool section. Spaghetti very wide. Is Johnny going to be able to make a move? He hits the wall on the run up to turn 3. Excitement to see Spaghetti touching the wall, almost losing a bit of his front wing. Was Johnny there? Spaghetti defending. I don't want to say anything about Johnny or Spaghetti because the commentator's curse is so real this race. It's just Tom Killer, Alice Killer. It's everyone crashing when I mention them. So Spaghetti goes a bit wide there on Portier. Johnny right behind him is going to be able to make a move. It's so close into the Nerval chicane. Goes down the inside. Very brave move by the Red Bull. Daniel Ricciardo dive ball. Spaghetti still defends. He seems to be lagging though. He's not right there. Now he lags in front. Not sure if this is only for me. Hopefully it is. As yeah, seems to be lagging quite a lot. This Spaghetti losing the back end as well. Johnny down the inside again into the Nerval chicane. Spaghetti goes wide again. They both caught the chicane. Johnny trying to force Spaghetti into a mistake in the latter stage of this Grand Prix. Has any of them got damaged? Let's see. After that, Spaghetti still has his front left end plate damaged. He still goes wide into Raskas. He hasn't got the same downforce as he should have to keep in front of the Red Bull. And now Johnny is going to try to go around the outside into the first corner. It's going to be a legendary move. If he can put it off around the outside into Sandevod, Spaghetti is going to defend. Better exit by Johnny Roppers side by side. Up the uphill into turn 3 and they collided. Johnny into the wall. Lose a bit of his front wing. Spaghetti loses part of his front wing. The Williams with no front wing. Johnny loses a part of his as well. Dramatic scenes then on the run up to turn 3. Clashing between the two of them. And that is over for Spaghetti. No front wing. He's going to have to drop back into P8 and maybe even P9 now. Spaghetti is now very close to Johnny. Oh, he's going to lose all of his front wing now into the back. That's not good for the Red Bull. Spaghetti with more penalties. Now Johnny's going to definitely have to pit for ultra soft. So does obviously Spaghetti. He's going to promote Mitchell and maybe Maledictus. I don't think Maledictus actually. Just Mitchell up into P6 then. Both of them on ultra softs. A lot of time spent on the mechanics. Where's Maledictus? No, he's not going to get either of them, I don't think. This is actually going to be very close for Maledictus, and these two, Maledictus coming out, is going to get both of them actually. So Johnny Spaghetti dropping down to P8 and 9. Great job by Maledictus to come out in front of them. So the Red Bulls P7 and P8, so there's going to be a battle for P7. Johnny and Spaghetti very close to each other, and they're also going to catch Maledictus, who's on more worn super soft tyres. Johnny now is trying to catch his teammate Maledictus for P7. Gonna have to check the penalties at some point with 9 laps to go. I don't think Johnny's gonna have the time to pull away from Maledictus to cover his penalties. He's corner carded quite a lot this race, gonna backfire in the end. Yellow flags in sector 2. That's for nobody. Oh, that is for Spaghetti Chips, who's down to P9, and he loses again his front wing. He's probably going to retire now. P9 pretty much last, lost a lot of his front wing. Robin with a 3-second penalty. I don't think it's going to affect him, with Shieldrock being 26 seconds behind. As Maledictus now, who was that going sideways? Pretty sure I saw someone. Yeah, it was Johnny with no front wing again. He's going to come back in the pits, and he's now last with 8 runners. He's going to change his front wing again. So annoying for the Red Bull driver. And Robin in the pits as well. Robin has lost his wing, and it seems like, and Shield Drive is going to get him to change in the podium. And you can see that's Johnny right behind Robin. So Robin in the podium places is now almost getting caught up by Johnny Roper, who was down battling for P7. What a turnaround this has been. Shield Drive is probably gonna celebrate another podium, but let me check the penalties, because it's very, very interesting. 3 penalties for Shield Drive, only one for Bad Boy. On the edge of a second one, the gap is 2 seconds. It would be amazing scenes if Chill Drive could celebrate another podium. Mitchell 1 minute behind Robin, so my bad. Johnny being so close to Robin on the pit lane, that was because he was a lap down. So 1 minute and 16 seconds separating P5 in P6. Almost. Now it's down to 47 seconds, so I'm confused. Yeah. Johnny now passing Spaghetti, who's not on the session. Yeah, Chill Drive is on the podium. 2 more penalties than Bad Boy though, Kalik. So Bad Boy catching as well. Not sure if it's going to be a podium for Chill Drive in the end of the race. Maybe even P4 is going to lose. But is Robin going to be able to challenge Bad Boy and maybe lose a bit of time for both of them so Chill Drive can get a podium? Because Robin just pitting, he's on the softer tyre. He's on the what's it called? The fresher tyre. You get now half a second to Bad Boy. Very, very close. It's going to be an interesting battle between them. Is he going to go? Sorry, my bad. He's going to go and move on the chicane, and that is the McLaren of Chill Drive spinning around. So it's not going to be a podium either way for Chill Drive, as Robin now very close to Bad Boy. Chill Drive bottling it on the Noble chicane. Let's see what Robin can do now into Raskas. He's not going to make a move on Bad Boy just yet. Bad Boy is sliding around as Force India. Let's see, Robin very close to Bad Boy. He's not going to go for a move still. 6 laps to go for these two. Robin is trying to put the pressure on Leon. It's again Robin versus Leon Bentley, who's going to come out on top between them. Cannot check the penalties now because Robin is going to try and go for a move into Mirabo. Not quite. Robin with a lot of penalties. That's 4 penalties on his tally. 1 for Bad Boy. So that kind of an anticlimactic end to this battle. I also don't think Robin's going to pass and pull away from Bad Boy by 9 seconds, but this is going to be a nice battle to witness anyway. None of these drivers know how many penalties each of them has. So Bad Boy going a bit wide there, pressure under Robin's pressure. Maledict is very close to Mitchell as well, so there's 2 battles we have to focus on. Mitchell going very wide, Maledict is on his back end. Let's see now, switching back to Robin. He's too far back to make a move into the last corner now. Maledict is very close into Mirabo. Way better exit than Mitchell. Is going to be able to stick his nose in there. Mirabo, turn 4, he's going to go for it. Maledictus tries to have a look, but it's just going to hit the back end. He's going to get damaged now, I believe. Mitchell with a bit of damage as well, so it's pretty much equal for them. Robin seemed like he went for a move. I don't know if your point is going to count. I doubt it, Spaghetti. As Bad Boy now definitely lost a lot of his front wing. Robin down the inside already on the second corner. Now Robin with a bit of damage as well. Incredible scenes now. Bad Boy getting damage. And 2 corners later, Robin with the same damage as Bad Boy, I think. Yeah, different end plate. So Bad Boy and Robin with damage. It's going to be very interesting to see. Bad Boy very wide, Robin down the inside, Robin up into P3. Both of them under steering, so wide. Bad Boy with a penalty now is going downhill for both of them. Robin loses a bit of his front wing, and Bad Boy more of his front wing. None of them pitting though. Dramatic race here in Monaco. Switching to another driver who loses his front wing as I switched him. It's just Monaco for you. So I don't think... Great glitch. I don't think Bad Boy is going to be able to make a move on Robin then. Although Robin seems to have more damage than Bad Boy in both them plays. Bad Boy only in 1, but he seems to have immense understeer. And now Chill Drive, I think, is going to try and make a move on him. And that is Johnny in P8 lapping. No, he's a lap down from Chill Drive. So it's all very confusing. Very mixed up Monaco GP, but it's been a very say boring race for Billy. It's not been anything special for Billy Just raw pace, 35 seconds to Warlock, great. Great pace by him. Can already celebrate. It's 2 laps to go. Nothing to worry about, pretty much. So let's give him some airtime on his last 2 laps. Now let's switch to Maledictus and Mitchell. Well, the closest gap we have got. Childrive as well now to Bad Boy. He's caught up well behind him. Oh, Maledictus loses a bit of a strong wing. I'm not sure if he already had lost it. I think he did, if I'm correct. But let's see Mitchell with a bit of damaged wing as well. Childrive now. Bad Boy's gonna have a lot of fighting to do if he wants to keep Childrive behind. Bad Boy may have the advantage on penalties again on another driver. He's kept it clean so far. 1 second now to Mitchell, sorry, from Maledictus. So he's out of DRS. He seems to be struggling more as Bad Boy now getting attacked by Childrive already. Nancy knows on the last lap now entering for the 2 of the last 3 kilometers. Can Childrive? Let's see. Between the 2 of them, both of them damaged now that I look. May have got a bit of damage from the fight between Bad Boy and him. Bad Boy in the wall on the exit of turn 3, and the exit of turn 4 is now into the wall. He loses a bit of his strong wing, more should I say, down to P5 he goes, and he may well lose this P4 from Childrive as Johnny gets involved as well in the fight of these 2. I think he's gonna have to let Bad Boy through anyway. He's gonna let him through now. As I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Bad Boy 1.1 behind, and I think if he has the advantage, he might wait and see. But on board with our race winner Billy, winning by almost 40 seconds. Incredible drive as Bad Boy has retired now. We'll see what happens to him, but Billy 25 points. Great race by him, great pace, fully deserved for the Haas driver. Bad Boy has retired on the last lap of the Grand Prix. I cannot believe it. He was running in P5 and he's got damage to his front right. He's lost his front right tire in the exit of the back. Absolutely heartbreaking for Bad Boy. He's only going to pick up 1 point, I believe. Absolutely dramatic scenes, and I actually think he's going to get P6. He's gonna get P6, I think. No, P7, because he was a lap ahead of Johnny Spaghetti and be P7, 6 points. So I think he is gonna get those 6 points in the end, as he has finished 90% of the race. So waiting on Maledictus now crossing the line, and what a race in Monaco. Breathtaking race here from start to finish, if I'm honest. Not many racers, but we had great racing in places we wouldn't think about. Many front wings lost as expected. And here are your last classifications. Not many penalties, with Billy, Warlock, Robin, Childrive, Mitchell and Maledictus and Bad Boy. and Johnny rounding the 8 drivers that finished. Spaghetti, Ferrari driver, Alice Killer, Force India, Mercedes, and a Haas. Rounding up the top 14 with Billy celebrating another win here in ERL in F2. Second win in a row for the Haas driver. Warlock in P2, best finish of the season by far. His best finish up until now. I'll tell you in a second. He didn't actually get any points up until this race. 0 points after round 3 last week in Spain, and now he celebrates his first podium with 18 points. While Robin Fokema, yeah, it's his best result by far. 8th place in Australia and now 3rd in Monaco. Great drive by him as well. Unexpected podium. So we're gonna get them in the party. Get your questions in if you have any for our drivers, Robin, Warlock, and our race winner Billy.
Hello.
Hello, Billy. We have our race winner in. And we're just waiting for the other two. Warlock is in as well. Hello, Warlock, and Robin is joining. Can't talk, okay. So we have P1 and P2 on the party. Well done, you two. Flawless drives. And yeah, not many questions actually, just very boring races, in one word, contrary to other drivers. Pretty much had no front wings lost, and just great pace for you two, keeping it quiet and racking your first points, Warlock, here in Monaco with a very nice podium, and Billy with your first win, with your second win in a row, sorry, after Spain. So Billy, just the only question comes to my mind, how do you feel, and can you keep this momentum in the next races while your rivals are having trouble?
I hope so. I feel amazing. The race today was very good. I had a gap for plus 40 seconds and had no penalties. And strategy from the one stop was great, but sadly that my teammate Claudio Bellucci retired from a crash with Giroud.
Yeah.
He probably could get P5 or something like that if he didn't crash.
Yeah, it would have been good points for the team, but not sure what happened. You got them 25 points anyway. Good points for Haas. And I want to ask you if Canada is a good track for you. So are you hoping high?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay. So we're gonna see you up there. I'm expecting a lot from you, to mount a challenge on the Ferraris, who I don't think they're still leading after a very bad race. None of them scoring points. Tom Killer disconnecting, and Alice Killer DNFing. With Bad Boy, I think, being the only one from the top 5 finishing, and Shieldruff as well, obviously being on a position to get a podium again. So Warlock, hopping onto you with some. Oh, we have a question actually for Billy. Didn't quite catch who it was. Let me just see who it was quickly. I was spaghetti for Billy. He says, "Are you Michael Schumacher?" Of course. You can see it's Schumacher in disguise. Yeah, I don't know why I answered that question for Billy. Okay, cheeky. Anyway, going on to Warlock. Yeah, 18 points for you. After a very bad start to the season. What made the difference in this race? Because you seemed quick from qualifying. It wasn't random that you got 18 points today. Do you practice more? Do you feel more on it this weekend?
When I started practicing earlier this week, like normal, I just felt everything was on point, and yeah, I was quick all along. I was consistent, doing quick laps, and that is helped me.
Yeah, because I didn't expect you, to be honest, to like be so troubleless in Monaco. You just seem to be on trouble like Australia, where it's just a relatively easy track, and you lost your front wing sometimes, and now Monaco, you just so flawless drive. So
In
yeah, I
Monaco,
hope I
I also
hope we
lost my
see
front wing twice, so
in Monaco. Oh, okay,
yeah, here.
right.
Then yeah, I think around lap 5 I got a green front wing damage. So when at lap 13, when I wanted to go in the pits, I damaged my front wing on purpose. And then around lap 20, I think lap 22, I got again a green front wing and I just nursed home.
Okay, fair enough. Still a lot of trouble, but relatively to
Yeah,
others, just had to make so many pit stops. Still got P2 by 40, I think, seconds, just the gap that Billy won. So
yeah. I was also for 35 to 40 seconds from
yeah,
P3, so
yeah, exactly. So just keeping cautious in Monaco, but
yeah, the last since lap 25, I just didn't push anymore. Just did, yeah,
mhm.
didn't do any thing weird.
Okay, so back on the top for a Warlock almost. Just can you get one better in Canada? Can you get the win in Canada?
I I don't know yet. We'll see.
All right. So question by Chill Drive. Um, how did you feel when you saw Chill Drive getting to P3, then see him go down a lap after? He says he's such a bottle, the double podium.
Yeah, I was so happy when I saw him go to Pier 3, and then yeah, and then I saw Bad Boy, yeah, yeah, overtaking him, and then oh, I don't, oh no, just oh no, that
Yeah.
was the only thing in my head.
Mm. He was a bit unlucky, but I think Bad Boy, I think, had the least penalties out of everyone, so he had the advantage on
Mhm.
anyone he was battling with. So I think Chill Drive still got a decent result, considering he had to pit very late on the race, which I didn't expect him to do. Or was that Robin? I don't remember. I'm so confused right now. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the questions.
Now, Karlak got a question earlier from me.
Calic. Let me see. Question for Warlock: how is it possible that you crash everywhere else, but yeah, but not in Monaco? That's my question as well. Hmm.
On the outside in Roscas, and then I heard from him that he was going to pits. Otherwise, I just had done the switch back, and we both crashed out. So
Right. It was
I
literally
almost
like
lost my
someone
front
else
wing
was
multiple
driving
times by
today.
him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's all Warlock coming back. yeah, you seem to flawless like in season 2. So hopefully you carry on that pace into Canada.
I hope for a double podium, McLaren. This
Okay.
season I want to see that.
Okay. So chill drive expecting as well a lot from him. I think he'll make sure both McLarens get that practice in for Montreal. So yeah, that's pretty much all the questions. Very different race from the top 3 to the other ones, so not many questions this week, but as I said, racking up those points, just great drive, easier said than done to get that double podium here in Monaco by that many seconds as well. So just great drive, and hopefully we see you again in Canada, halting up the battle for the driver standings. I think it's about 3 or 4 drivers again up there. The 2 Ferraris, McLarens on the constructors fight as well will join us next week in Canada, where we'll have drivers putting up a show as well, in a very different track to Monaco. So see you there. Hopefully you have another cracker of a race. Take care.